First of all, I do not remember if I already said that name, but thanks to RocketCatJ24 for following me, and also thanks to ncap_78 for following me on Twitch. Like both of them were on Twitch. And thanks to Miguel Duarte for following me on subscribing on YouTube. And now, this is not a campaign we are playing, and this campaign also needs a lot more work before anyone should play it. Or if you play it, do it with the intention of giving feedback to the author. It's a bit confusing as it is. Anyway, I'm here to play Genesis. And as a short recap, in the previous scenario, we were still at the open world map, sort of open world. We had the Lady of the Lake scenario, we had the woodland streams where we went into a dying tree and basically healed it, sort of. And we had Blue Moon where we experienced Yumi's nightmares. And there's still 2 open world map scenarios left, so let's go for them. There's one Fort Hellamore and 2 Caerleon or something. So, and as you can see, my victory is exploring, and I should go there when I'm done with exploring the map, so that's why I went to all the other 5 places before I'm going there. Anyway, let's go. Hello fairies, what brings you all the way out to Fort Hellamore? Just traveling around, checking out new places, seeing if there's anything we can help with and such. Oh, in that case we could use your aid. There's a shrine out in the wilderness with some weird magical artifacts inside. We haven't been able to make them do anything, but this seems like stuff fairies would be good at. Sure, we could take a look. Okay, follow me. I'll take you to the commander. Welcome to Fort Hellamore, fairies. What brings you here? One of your men told us that there was some sort of temple a little ways away from here. Ah, yes, that place. As far as our notes document, that place has been devoid of all life. For how long? This fort has stood for several decades, but we have never ventured into the temple. Supposedly my predecessor led an excursion there, but all I found were some indecipherable glyphs, which were of no use to us. However, perhaps you may have better luck with them. If you wish to go, I can send some men with you to keep you safe. The wolves can be dangerous in large numbers. Maybe. Why the interest in the temple now? Not now in particular, but rarely do fairies such as yourselves come up here. It's a bit of an opportunity for my gods, I suppose. A little excursion then, now and then, is healthy. Alright. Let's get going then. Okay. So, explore to the north first. As you can see, I can recruit humans with... human recruits will be modified to gain bonus movement and defense on snow and ice, so they are actually useful if I recruit them and not just stuck and unable to go anywhere. Oh, whoops, sorry. I not want from you to miss that. This looks so wrong. 27 times 1. So, this guy is not gonna do anything, not recruiting, not recalling, not anything. They're just gonna defend all the time. As you can see, I can recruit undead and humans, but I can also recall the fairies I have so far. So I'm gonna get the forest nymph and this fairy shaman. So I actually have healers with me. Then I would like to get a couple of ghosts actually. 3 of them I suppose. And because this is a rather unique chance, I'm gonna get a couple of humans as well. Okay, there's 3 of them and 3 of those. And now I've spent a lot of money. Also, while I'm already at it, I'm just gonna get my loyal fairies as well. Just so I can keep training them up. So remember, she gains bonus damage for okay, let's read it out first. More spirits. Huh. Seems like they're the ghosts of people who died out of here or got eaten by the wolves. So yeah, as you can see, there's just random ghosts flying around. And what I wanted to say, remember, she gains damage on an attack if this attack kills a unit level 3 or above. Which is perfect, considering those dire wolves are flying around here, running around here. This should be good enough. Ooh, and 1 damage gained. Perfect. Okay, I need a moment to make sure that I do not kill my PC, because I accidentally ran my headset over with my chair. Yep. And there's also a thing. I'm also looking for a pair of warm socks because it's getting pretty cold right now. Okay. Anyway, I'm like, the reason why I wanted to go to this scenario so late compared to the other 4 is because I wanted Isle to get this ability of raising her damage. And this scenario is the perfect place to do so. Because yeah, dire wolves are annoying but not that dangerous. And yeah, that's it. So this is really just feeding small amounts of XP to them. Why not? Huh, okay, they do not. Like, obviously they can move faster, but modified defense? How much would they have on frozen? Okay. Modified movement, yes. Modified defense, not so much. Weird. Pretty weird, okay. I wonder... I look at this one, maybe all I'm seeing is the modified version of their movements, but I doubt it. So it's possibly a bug, I just wanna check first. Oh, I'm pretty sure that they do normally have 30% defense. Oh, they actually have less. Okay, so this is an improvement. Alright. And because I saw something interesting right now, look. Fire. What is a fire? Physically, the vast majority of these mysterious beings closely resemble the faerie peoples, and superficially, it is often impossible to tell the two apart. Fire are typically masters of mysticism and deception, allowing them to reside along the supposed kind, usually without question. What separates the fire from other creatures is that they are not possessed of true flesh and blood. They are inherently magic creatures capable of generating great energy from within themselves, rather than channeling the energies of the natural forces around them. It may appear that the fae will bleed when cut and weaken when wounded, but this is a facade kept up by the fire in order to hide their identities. Most fae are also highly resilient to magical attacks, depending on which element they have the most affinity to. Although they number extremely few, each fae is a highly powerful being capable of great destruction. Possessed of enormous power and utterly unpredictable, the fae are often feared and shunned by mortal races, or sought after by the Guardians for their abilities. Fear of the Guardians and an inability to coexist with mortals, except when under the guise of their magics, usually drives the faerie to remain aloof. So that's interesting because I never read that one before, and I'm glad that I read it. Oh, what I just now realized. Possibly... okay, this map is way smaller than I remembered. So that was probably changed. So what I was just trying to say, probably due to this being on an easier difficulty, there are also way less high-level units, enemies around on this map. Meaning I will have a harder time leveling Ariel's stuff, Ariel's ability. Charge! Okay, maybe it clearly was not a great idea to get this many units. But whatever. Like, really? One spirit and just one wolf, level 1 wolf that spawns? It's kinda let down, honestly. Because the scenario I remember about was Yetis, lots of wolves, a couple, like really a couple wolf packs and not just a singular wolf. So yeah, this is what I mean with this being underwhelming right now. Basically, I prepared for the wrong fight. And I'm not sure if it's maybe additionally changed, like if the difference is because I'm playing on an easier difficulty, or if it is because if it is because the map was changed, because I'm okay, I think it was changed, but because I remember a way bigger map as well. So yeah, it is always a bit confusing to get back to a campaign you've played before, because they always change. So yeah, in this case, the scenario will... oh, I will not be interesting beyond the information gained. So there won't be any great fights. And I haven't seen a single Yeti yet. It's getting colder. Aster, I think a snowstorm is coming. We should start moving faster. Chilled. It looks like it's a small amount of damage if I'm reading that correctly. Anyway. The demons are perhaps the most diverse and widespread race, although each subgroup of demons is generally significantly homogeneous. Among the demons there exist powerful demon lords who possess powers apparently unrelated to those of normal demons, raising questions about the nature of demonkind itself. So yeah, as you can see, this is gonna be a treasure trove of information. So, and also considering that we are all gonna be chilled by the temperatures, I would rather group my units around my healers. Oh, a level 2 wolf, that's nice. And apparently... oh, it's a Yeti, finally! Apparently... undead are not chilled. To be fair, that makes plenty of sense, so I'm actually glad about that instead of not glad. Nonetheless, I'm just gonna wait here for the Yeti to arrive, because this might be a bit annoying. Of all the races to emerge following the rebirth of the War of the First Gods, the fair most closely resemble the Guardians of the new universe. While the Guardians are typically thought of as the most powerful entities in the universe, bearing the Archon Lord himself, the most powerful among the fair can reach levels of power similar to those of the Guardians. It is not known how the fair emerged, nor where their power stems from. Blah. Words. There exist 10 worlds, each of which is presided over by a Guardian. It is unclear what exactly the Guardians are and what their role is in governing these worlds. Despite their name, the Guardians are often warlike and apathetic toward mortal races, with the exception of Shael, the Guardian of Earth, and Uria, the Guardian of Life. They are at odds with those like the Guardian of Water, Valdir, who revel only in bloodshed and chaos. Ah, words. Words are always difficult. Huh, that one actually went out there and killed him. I thought they would only wait there and defend themselves. So as you can see, everyone is getting chilled. Ooh. So, this is a lot of damage. This is a lot of damage. Okay, I cannot move this one anymore because I do this. Shame. Ooh, they can reach there. I am not amused. Like, damn, 32 hit damage. Okay, yes, as I was gonna say, I want this one to level up, and also so they get a better chance at slowing this one, and this is gonna be fun, I hope. Yeah, get it, Annette can do that job quite well. So this obviously, very obviously looks like the centerpiece of information here, so I'm going to last, and yeah, pretty much. Ooh, that was not nice. Okay, let's first of all see. Oh, as you can see, first of all, the wolves and the spirits are not on the same side, which makes sense. Second of all, as the scenario progresses, the enemies that spawn are getting obviously stronger. Each of the 10 worlds is associated with one of the 10 aspects of the universe. Earliest aspect is that of Earth, the shelter and promise of life, which fosters its growth and allows it to prosper. Closely related is the aspect of life itself, which is connected to the world of Aether. The two guardians of these worlds, Shael and Uria, are purported to be the favorites of the Arcane Lord, Yerar. So, and I'm gonna save here, I'm gonna read that out, and if it ends the scenario, I'm gonna reload before the save. And if it doesn't, then I'm fine. In the beginning, there existed only the first gods. Powerful, knowledgeable, they built a mighty society stretching across the entire universe to probe its secrets. Yet, despite their wisdom, the day came when a cataclysm ravaged their civilization, leaving almost nothing behind in its wake. Some surmise that this was a corruption in the universe itself. Others speculate that the first gods themselves had a hand in their own demise. On the precipice of annihilation, the remnants of the first gods banded together to create the new world. Among them, one is known to us as Yerar. Through his efforts, life was birthed in a new universe. 10 worlds, each corresponding to an aspect of creation, and 10 guardians to govern them. However, the guardians do not possess the same power as the first gods, who themselves could not avoid utter destruction. Our worlds are chaos and death, where each guardian curries favor with Yira in hopes that he will reveal to them the secret of creation. How to combine the elements and to create life itself. Yet in the end, he is merely a remnant of a band of false idols who could not save themselves. Yira is the demented king of a long-dead civilization, who the Guardians accept as lord due to reputation only. To stop the force that destroyed even his people, we must find something that will allow us to rise beyond the power of Yira and the first gods, that will allow us to dispel the encroaching void and prevent the destruction of our world. But the other Guardians fail to realize this. They are too self-absorbed with their own aganness. They know only how to play with those petty little mortal races, to war with one another as sport. They are blind to the trepidation that awaits us, thinking Yira has the power, the wisdom to save us. But these eyes that have peered into the depths of the void know that there is only one way to stop it. It's up to me. Whoa, the last few lines were really different. Sounds like a bunch of rambling to me. Maybe, but what if it's true? What if our universe is really falling apart and we can't stop it? There's always talk about the corruption of the universe or whatnot. Sure, it could be true, but what are we supposed to do about it? I guess there's too much that we don't know. Not yet, at least. The Guardians tend to do their own thing. Even if we were to try to get involved, I doubt they'd let us help. Besides, it might just turn out to be a bunch of crap. But don't you think that whoever wrote this is somehow linked to the demons? Isn't that a stretch? I think Esther's right. Really? Well, the demons are after us for some reason. Not just any normal affair, but specifically us. It's not impossible that we possess powers that the Guardians are interested in. Yes, it's not impossible, but let's discuss it some other time when there are less people around. Oops, yeah. We should probably get out of here before we get snowed in too hard. So they all gain 110 XP. Even stronger. Oh, this is a huge upgrade for my void attack. Like that's possibly 20 damage more. But I do kinda need Yumi to get a bit more health. And a couple better resistance, maybe too. Okay, as you can see, this obviously ends the scenario, so as I said, I'm gonna reload there. I'm just gonna leave Yumi there to get the XP, to be ready at a heads drop, to, you know, what was it again? Okay, first of all, heat this one up, because it's pretty helpful. This one can no longer die to them. Same for this one, which is awesome. This one can still die, obviously. And it's time for the humans to show what they're made of and defeat the wolves. Okay, to try and defeat them. But at least that's a pretty good way to gain XP for them. That's for sure. No! Okay, I admit I have to play the safe, and I should not have even placed that one there, because obviously I should only place units that it cannot die by this one's attack, because it's obviously possible to happen. That was me being greedy. My bad. Okay, in that case I'm gonna focus on this guy. This guy cannot kill the units around. Oh, I kinda wanted to get XP on Isle though. It is what it is. Then. Oh, I forgot to move Esther. Whoops. See? I can survive that. Are you okay? You look kind of pale. It's cold. We need to get to the temple quickly before Esther freezes out here. So yeah, Esther has obviously more problems because of the element. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay, perfect. Oops. So obviously I cannot leave this one here because they would die. I cannot get Ayo involved in that fight yet as well. Oh, I have a theory. Let's just test that. What if I this thing? Like, I think, yes, he's gonna attack this one to level up, so everyone else that attacks them is safe no matter how many hit points they have. So I can just do this. Without any fear of retaliation. Okay. Oh. Yes. That's the right word. So I'm gonna give the XP to this one instead of one of the horsemen because because I will recall the horsemen anyway, because recruiting them fresh costs me more gold than recalling them for 20. Ah, this is interesting. Why is there... Ah. Maybe they are also suffering from the freeze? So I'm gonna get a ray first. Yeah, and Esther obviously totally messed them up. Okay. Then anything new spawn? No, nothing new. Yes! My turn. Oh, come on! You cannot be serious. So I really hope this one does not try to attack anyone, because that would be pretty bad for me. Whew, lucky. I was very afraid that I might actually kill them, and I'm starting to wonder if my units can freeze to death. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Come on. Anyway, as I said, I am afraid that my units might freeze to death right now. So let's do something about that. Also, Esther can still farm. If my units can... What? As you can see, I cannot physically hit this guy, this Yeti, for reasons I do not know. Okay, the good thing is they did not freeze to death. The bad thing is Yes, I am gonna manipulate my chances to manage it, because that was annoying. Hey, there's another Yeti, nice! Can I kill them in 3 turns? Probably not. But hey, I can try. This one over there, I'm gonna kill this one. I can gain some XP for sure. Even if I cannot kill the Yeti, I can gain something out of it. Okay, that was a nice heal. That one's pretty much intended. We really need to hurry up. So yeah. Sorry. if I wait a couple moments longer, I can... Yeah, they're probably all gonna... The end of the scenario would probably all of them having died from the cold. Makes sense, to be fair. Okay, that was a horrible idea. Do this instead. Okay. Then get those two over there. Well. Okay. Yes! So that worked out. Ooh, the chilling is really starting to kill everyone. But there's still way less enemies than I would have expected. And I'm still convinced that the map was bigger in the previous iteration I knew. Nice. Yes, they can get killed by that. So yeah, this is actually a better place for my ghosts than it is for the humans I had around. Okay, but this is probably also a good moment to test whether units die of the cold or not. Okay, everyone is still alive. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is the last turn. This is really just going for XP at this point. There's close to no chance at killing this one. Okay, I... Like, not for this, but technically... Yes, I can at least gain XP, but still I was actually hoping to get the melee attack damage. But yeah. You know, I'm gonna say that one last time. I don't know if... Okay, what? 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 Oh, I get it. I didn't go there yet. Oh shit. Okay, I gotta go back a turn. Because I had not realized that I hadn't read this one yet. And I cannot read this one before this, and I wouldn't have made it in the last turn, and this is kinda awkward. But happens. So now I can guarantee that no one is gonna die, and it's also pretty nice. Okay. So yeah, why did I reload one turn back? Because I wouldn't have made it in time. I would have been stuck there, and then the turns would have been over and I would have died. And that is not something I wanted. So I'm probably not gonna get this one because I forgot to move my fire faerie around, so I can't reach them. And now I'm not able to deal enough damage, and I'm just gonna go for the melee attack for fun. Like, technically, but not actually. Yeah, even if he died, I could have afforded that. So, now they gain their 110 XP. I like that. Yep, and oh, that's a shame. So with the 32, no, even with the 32 XP more, it wouldn't have been. Anyway, That's this scenario at least, and I farmed as much as I could. But now I gotta go on. We tried to be helpful, but obviously we couldn't tell the humans too much. We talked about what we had learned a little bit, but ultimately it wasn't anything too new, except for the few inscriptions on the last glyph. Those were really different, but we can't really make any assumption based on those yet, not without more information. Surprisingly though, the general allowed some of his men to follow us. I guess it would be boring just staying in that fort for weeks, especially with nothing but snow and ice around them. The extra help should be useful, but of course, this means that we'll have to be careful not to give them any hints about that we are not normal faerie. So, I've been to every place by now, meaning I should go here. Ready to open that crypt, ladies? Let's go. We got a bit of a stern lecture from the humans, but considering how wary they are of our magic, it could have been much worse. They still agreed to let us open the crypt, as long as we put up a barrier around it. I'm not sure how effective our spell will be, especially if we encounter demons, but it's still worth a shot. Huh, no, this is not what I expected. Let's go there again. Because technically we can try to explore the city first. So I'm a bit weirded out that it's... Huh? I cannot explore the city if I found Isle first? What? I'm confused. I'm gonna check the scenario files for... Like, maybe I get to explore the city afterwards, but it would be weird if I wasn't able to explore the city at all. Or maybe it's just... Okay. Oh, I see. Where is the white city? What's the difference? Hmm. 30. So I realize this isn't very interesting for me. I'm just like, there is a scenario where we can explore the city. If you haven't found Ario yet, and I'm trying to figure out if the scenario after the crypt is possibly sort of the same, but with Ario or not. Mm-hmm. Okay, it certainly has the same map data and way more stuff available. Oh, okay. Okay, in that case, it's probably a case of the center afterwards will have the same exploration opportunity. So I'm gonna read this because it was kind of a long break since I started doing that. We got a bit of a strong lecture from the humans, but considering how wary they are of our magic, it could have been much worse. They still agreed to let us open the crypt as long as we put up a barrier around it. I'm not sure how effective our spell will be, especially if you encounter demons, but it's still worth a shot. So, here we are. Another cave. Hey, some of us like caves. That's because you're basically a troglodyte. But am I a pretty troglodyte? Sure. A beautiful troglodyte. I'll take it. Oh, finally caught up. The captain ordered us to accompany you into the crypt for everyone's safety. Clearly they don't trust us. Sure, come right along. So, we are all curious. Why the interest in the crypt now? None of the other faerie have asked about it before. Did you find out some sort of secret about it? No, nothing like that. While visiting a while ago, we just happened to notice magic emanating from within. We thought that it would be good if you investigated. You know, powerful unknown magics and all that, they can be kind of dangerous. What kind of unknown magics? Something odd. Partly fairy work, partly of something else. Demon sorcery. Odd magic, huh? As odd as summoning undead creatures? Ha! You know about that? Yes, our mages are technically allowed to practice it, but they are asked to keep it to within the guilds. For a fairy though? I've never heard of one with an affinity for the dead. It seems so different from than the usual elements you all work with. Ah, a common misconception. Think about this way. It's a lot about the flow of energy in living beings. Sometimes you can sense when a fresh soul has been lost and longs to take a definite form once again. Or sometimes one stumbles upon empty bodies, rotten flesh rife with death and decay. In whichever case, I can breathe a little life back into the dead form, allowing it a sense of stability once again. But mostly I just do it for fun. I pray that it is not a corrupting influence. Like any other magic, it only is if you let it be. Like the magic we intend to investigate in here. Shall we stop styling and get going? Sure. Open the door to the crypt. So he obviously... I can't open this. I'm not surprised. Wait, what? Looks at Ayel. Like, it is obvious that Ayel is the one that can open the crypt and no one else. Because she was the one that helped close it to begin with. Give me a moment and I'll have this open. Alright, there. There's definitely something inside, so we should be careful. Something like what? Demons. I'm not entirely sure. Just be on your toes. So apparently there is no turns run out. I think I'm actually gonna test it at some point. But for now it's not that important. Obviously I'm gonna get my loyal units. And yep. I will... Huh. Demons! We are being invaded! Stay calm, there's not many of them and they don't seem very aggressive. It looks like they're searching for something. And what kind of demons are these? I've never seen anything like them before. Are you sure? Yes, are you sure? We can handle them, looks at Ayel. For now we don't need to tell the humans too much. We don't want them to panic. Even if that may be the case, we should be prepared for the worst. If this is only the vanguard and there's a demon army at the ready, don't jump to conclusions. Raising your alarms right now is unnecessary. Just have a messenger and stand by or something in the event that there really is trouble. Very well. We will fend him off on our own for now. Looks at Yumi. Stares blankly. She's scared for some reason. Because Yumi actually knows those beings. And has issues with them during the night. So yeah, I'm not really gonna use this guy for much. Because he is already max level and there is no XP to be gained for him. At least not any kind of that's useful. Instead I'm gonna go for my ghosts again. And one additional ghost as well. Huh. Right, this is obviously very interesting. This kind of demon has an ability called Incorporeal. That means this unit will not take damage from physical attacks except for blows that kills it. For one, this is a good way to just okay. What? What in the world? As soon as I attacked, it just disappeared. Yes, something's not quite right. Huh. Did she just recognize these things? Okay, this one did not disappear, so... But why did that one disappear? Is it because I went for a physical attack? This is odd. What I wanted to say is... Okay, we just have to wait for another one of them to appear before I can say what I'm trying to say. So I'm also gonna get a couple of skeletons, because it's a perfect setting for that, and through this strat ability of Ariel I can actually boost their movement speed quite a bit, and that way they won't drag behind too much. This one did not move at all. Weird, but okay. So he is gonna basically play the messenger in case anything is actually going on. This way I can boost all three movement speed at once. So yeah, I want 2 Wraiths and 2 Shadows. The 2... Oh, I did not see this one. The 2 Shadows because 1 Shadow alone can't backstab, and 2 Wraiths because Wraiths are just useful. Then this one has the ability Enervate, reducing damage of units next to them. Right, and of course the poison. Basically they have negative leadership that only works for enemies. Ah, this one also just disappeared. I wonder if they disappear overall, or if they just reappear somewhere else instead. Yeah. Nice to know. Okay, die. So anyway, this tells me at least that I want to destroy them as soon as possible. Because I have no guarantee that they are going to stick around for more than just one turn, so I can destroy them. They sort of respawned, I suppose. Ah. And you are gone as well. So by the way, note units that I kill with Void Assault, they will not appear. Wait, what? Oh right, it's a shadow. I was really confused why they could move there. Anyway, units killed by Void Assault do not appear on the statistics as kills. Because this is outside of the usual game mechanics and the game really doesn't know how to account for that. Anyway, this is obviously somewhere where I have to go, so let's get going. Also, yeah, this is far more doable now that I'm playing on normal bit of hard. So yeah, you don't have to wonder, yes, I will bash at hard difficulty for every time. Every time there's a chance. Okay, let's trigger this. To bridge the chasm, one requires the element of stability. Binding life first demands the flesh. All energies require conduit. Matter is the starting point that shadows all of creation and is the medium that allows life to grow and prosper. Huh. There are some glyphs in the next room. I guess we'll have to activate them in the correct order before we can proceed. A puzzle? I have to use my brain? Boring. If you want to fight so badly, you could always go back there and fight those demons, you big brute. Sure. I'll go do that. Oh. Activate the glyphs in the correct order. Also bring my units over there. So yeah, obviously some of my units are still stuck over here, and I would like to get them over there instead. And wow, I really don't have any effective damage, do I? Not against them at least. Outside of ghosts, of course. Look, they have pretty great physical resistances. Yes. I wonder if my ghosts can activate the glyphs or if only the... Oh, yes! They are also able to do that. In that case, I can send my faeries back to fight the demons and my other units to just rush over here. A reason the world designed as that of fire was the only world whose creation was unsuccessful. In a catastrophic failure with unimaginable proportions, Arisa was destroyed and the seed of fire dropped to Norzula, the god of the world of water. The guardians of these two elements are Valdi of water and Shadi of fire, existing as two antithetical forces on the same world. The result is a chaotic, unstable realm, a belligerent, bloodthirsty beast. Valdia often antagonize Shadia, who embodies love and warmth. We on Early, the god of earth, align ourselves with Shadia as a messenger of peace. So this is the letter A. Okay. And you go back over there. Close. Remember, clarity shreds cold and arcane resistance of enemies next to them, so my ghosts and wraiths do very much profit from that. Technically my night nymphs as well, but I don't have as many of them, so... Actually, I do have plenty of them, so yeah, they're very much profit. Nice. Nice. I had not realized that. H. Hopelessness is the deciding factor. To us, it is the knowledge that we might be doomed, like the first gods. If, in the end, fate deems that we will all be destroyed, why try to stop it at all? Must we suffer through staring into the jaws of impending annihilation? No. We can avoid it, not through peace and stability, but by gaining power through progress, finding a way to obtain strength surpassing that of Uriah and the first gods. The question is, how does one achieve this? That's the letter H. Looking at the time, I will solve this puzzle and then I will basically instantly no, that's then the point where I stop playing for the day. I do wonder where the rest of the demons are. Maybe just not spawning anymore? E. Existence was birthed when Uriah and the remaining first gods utilized creation to make the living worlds as we know them. Most of these first gods faded into obscurity, but Uriah remained to watch over the Guardians and aid them in maintaining stability. However, the passage of time has reduced the Arcane Lord's influence, and the Guardians of the New Worlds are interested only in what benefits themselves. We have strayed from our original purpose, and are the facilitators of war. Wait, this was E. Yep, this was E, okay. I wasn't sure anymore, it's that label. So reminder that the tablet talked about matter and body and existence, how it is needed to sustain life. So I cannot really discover the answer to this, to the puzzle, because I already know it. But maybe some of you already know the answer. So if so, I'm gonna spell out the letters first and then we'll see. What the hell is this one doing over here? Right, this one is incorporeal. This was forever. This unit will not take damage from physical attacks except for blows that kill it. Meaning this attack won't do anything. Same for this one. So I'm really only doing this to NXP, so whatever. So this unit is strong. It has an advancement that has no melee attacks, so I'm not gonna take that one. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. So basically it's really good at poisoning. But I'm gonna go for the Bristler instead. Actually, if one of them has a level 3 version, I would have taken level 4 version, I would have taken that because loyal. But I'm gonna go for the Bristler because the strong trait would have no use beyond 1 HP on the unit that has no melee attack. So I'm gonna go for the Bristler instead. Okay, I'm gonna undo this one's movement because they would gain more from landing there instead of there, movement points wise. I really wonder where the heck the others of those are. Okay. T. Terror. Fear is the origin of life and progress, but also the force that limits growth. For most beings, the greatest terror is from the sea of vast and all-consuming war. The fear of insignificance and death, being cast away as trifling lives without meaning. This is what plagues the lesser creatures. And we Guardians are different. For us, it is the burden of being the caretakers of the new world, to safeguard the rebirth universe after the catastrophe has destroyed our predecessors, the first gods. As calamities continue to ravage our worlds, there may come a time when our worlds turn in on themselves and disintegrate into the void. In each guardian's interest to achieve the In each guardian's interest to achieve the greatest power for their own element, they often neglect the others, perpetuating unnecessary conflict. So that's T. It's a 5-letter word. It has the letters we've seen so far. Yeah, it's a solvable question. R. Reality is governed by 10 aspects: life, water, thunder, earth, fire, darkness, light, air, ice, and existence. A guardian may exist for each of these, governing a world associated with each element. The exception is Norsula, in which fire and water are combined into one. The conflict between the guardians is the greatest here, where unending war ravages the deep oceans to the high mountains. In contrast to Fear, the world of life is usually most peaceful, with Area of Earth as a near second. Of the remaining worlds, S3f, the world of darkness, is home to the youngest guardian, who often defers to the mightier demons lord in her realm. There does not yet exist a guardian governing the aspect of existence. So, take a moment, look at the letters, and if you don't want to be spoiled, pause right now, try to figure it out yourself. Also, you can replay the talks, the messages of the clues by going back a couple of turns, a couple of seconds in the video, and now I'm gonna spell it out. It's E A R T and H. We did it! It's Earth. Talk about a lot of information. Too bad it was mostly useless, since it was also vague. I wish these guardians would learn to be more helpful, but figures they never tell us anything. Well, it's all we've got while Shal isn't here. Not like she's going to show up anyway. All these demons are crawling around and she's still doing nothing. And she's still doing nothing or not anything. Let me report the typo, just a moment. There we go. Not doing anything about it. She can jabber all she wants about being protective and whatnot, but it's useless until she acts on it. Yes, well, maybe the time will come when she will prove us wrong. Don't be so quick to judge, there's still a lot more to explore. Gain bonus damage on offense. Oh, for my Infernal Blast, not for any others. But basically, when used offensively, this attack gains 25 damage. Interesting. This one means more XP needed for the next sim. So I'm gonna go for stronger fire magic for now. And the bonus damage I can probably take later. So I like the Ares Crate attack, honestly, so I'm gonna go for that. So as you can see, I can now go further. I'm gonna end my turn, and then I'm gonna end for the day, I suppose. Okay, and that's it. I'm certainly not gonna play the full scenario today, so I'm just gonna stay here. And we'll continue this the next time, probably on Wednesday or Thursday. For now, thanks for watching and see you next time. Actually, where is my... There. Nope. Not that one, no. That one, no. See you.